Okay, guys, so it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while, a very, very long while. Yeah, I've been caught up in some stuff, and then, yeah, after I came back from being overseas for a while, it was kind of tie up, and then, yeah, then for some reason there was some updates with OBS and so on, and I was having problems getting my microphone to register with the application. So I had a feeling it might have been something to do with my interface. I have no problem recording in my DAW and so on, Cubase, Ableton, and so forth, but I have problem with OBS, like Zoom, etc. would not have any problems, just OBS for some reason. So it prevented me from doing the videos, as it would like take a longer process, and I don't really have all that time. So it created some bit of a problem, and then eventually I needed to wait for a new interface, and yeah, so now I have two interfaces, and yeah, one of them works with OBS. So yeah, we are back, so to speak. Yeah, so for today we are going to go over one of Carnival's biggest hits. A lot of people will already know what that is, so let's get into it. So yeah, so for today, this is what we'll be going into for our project session. One of the biggest hits for Carnival.
Don't come and jump in my band. Don't come and jump in my band. Don't come and jump in my band. 1, 2, jump, 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 jump. Don't come and jump in my band. Don't come and jump in my band. Don't come and jump.
Okay, so as you could have guessed by now already, this, yeah, so as I was saying, I had a brief pause. Yeah, so as you could have probably guessed already, this is one of my productions from this year Carnival 2023 for Triple K. So we will be going over the project for this Riddim. Like with most cases, this was done in FL Studio. Let's just go through the song itself quickly. Yeah, so this is just get rid of the unused channels. Yeah, because it becomes a mess when you start to to everything. So yeah, so as usual, I went ahead and used my typical master pitch, as you can see right here. So the key switches. So I made this in the key of C, as you can see right here. But because of the master pitch that I have up by 3, the key of it is in D minor, and then in this part it goes down to D sharp minor, and then it goes to C sharp minor. So you have to play that on a keyboard. You'd have D sharp minor and then C sharp minor. So first things first, we have this. And this is from my sample pack, but it's actually not from the megabit sample pack. It's from the Predator sample pack that I'm still working on. So there's a few different songs in there, as well as some new songs that I've used in a few projects here and there. This one, I was kind of going as a bit more song design, so I was trying to use a little bit more on natural tone. Like, to be more specific, Bouyon is more of an acoustic genre. So my goal for this sample pack was to kind of see if I could stray away from some of the acoustic nature of Bouyon and go a little bit more electronic. So as you can hear some of the samples here. They're a lot more unorthodox than your typical Bouyon samples. So yeah, so this is the first thing in there, which is a loop from my sample pack, which is basically like a foundation. And then from the foundation, we have the other typical samples. So this is just like from my sample pack, the MB Mega Toy. So I just have it like doing 2 different structures. One is from the root to the 3rd, and then in the next pattern it goes down to the 7th to give it more of a hard feeling. And then we have the MB clockwork. Then we have this little snare sample, yeah. This is not the first time I think I've shown you guys that I do this. So sometimes I use like drum samples actually and put them like right there. Like, you see, with being creative and song design and stuff, you can basically use anything in any kind of form. So a typical snare, which is from a drum, I use it in a Riddim as a background sample. Mic stand just doesn't want to stay one place. Then I also have this one. And I have this shockwave sample just coming here. So it's just playing on the 6th and the 5th note. And then we have this sample here. We also have this one. So I'm just playing around the scale of C minor. Except for the fact that I'm using the C sharp, which I said already, although it's out of the scale of C minor, it is usable because of the which scale was it again? I think it was the harmonic scale or the Phrygian scale. But yeah, it's one of the ones that actually work in that context. But it's more of like going modal temporarily, but it isn't a bad modal change, like opposed to doing something else that's just completely crazy. And then one of my I don't really call it a signature, but something that I do a lot is use a cowbell and just have it be like this ambient ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding in the background. Check. And then we have one more tone in the background, which is this one. So it doesn't do much. It doesn't do much, as you see, but you don't need everything to do a lot. And that is why, like, a lot of people, when they when they know that I use like 30, 40 samples in Bouyon, they're like, whoa, why you going for all the samples, man? But like, it's based on how you use it, how you mix, and so forth. And sometimes I don't use them like all over constantly. They only come in at certain instances, like they come in like accents. For those of you, like, you can just Google that, the term accent in music theory. Then when I go to when you go here to this one, right now we just have the lead samples that are missing. We have one more here, which is like a secondary lead sample, if I should say it that way, because it's not actually like a lead sample, but it's close to one. So this right here. And you see, it doesn't really play for much. So it's more like, it's like a motif. It comes in for instance and just goes, not constant. And then the lead element, the melody itself, is what has everything driving. And you can also tell that it actually leads where the vocal went, like the vocal chant, where it went. So this is the vocal lead for the first pattern. and like you can hear like it do come and jump in my pan. So yeah, props to the guys on the vocals, like using that to follow it. But yeah, so sometimes like what you do can actually help the artist very effectively. So while having like complex rhythms are nice and everyone likes crazy stuff, like sometimes the simple stuff is just as important. Not sometimes, but a lot of every time, just as the complex stuff. So I would say, as a music producer, if you're doing Bouyon or whatnot, rhythms, whatever genre you're doing, you need to have like, you need to mix up your catalog. So it helps a lot. And then for the second pattern, we have this. And for these just go into here. Yeah, so there was actually no processing on this at all, actually. All these are from Contact. As for the library, let's see, like it's kind of frozen. Yeah. So yeah, if I remember correctly, these are from a Contact library called Excel. And then when we put everything together, so yeah, so that's basically all there is to it. And the only extra thing here is that I tend to have like a volume level control here. So when I do my exports, I have a good volume control, and then I can do my additional processing on my wave, which is like these. This doesn't stay there. As I've said before, I usually use this so I know how the rhythm of the song live, and it helps me with my volume adjustments. So when the high shelf goes on the rhythm and so on, it doesn't stick out too much. So yeah, so this was just one of like my simplest rhythms.
Go and jump where you spend your money. And let these stereo people 1 mega Monday. If you don't pay your money, 1 mega Monday. History of Tuesday. 1 mega Monday. You don't pay your money. Zero, 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 zero.
Yeah, so once again, guys, thanks for watching. As I've said, it's been a while. Things have changed up a little bit in terms of my setup, as you can see. The camera position, I'm still working on it because I changed some stuff. So yeah, before you would not see my keyboard, but position has been changed as well, etc. But yeah, so this was it for today, guys. We will have some other videos coming soon. As I said, I'm not able to do what I have to do as before, and yeah,